there, Jackie Saint's here with Horse Today, and I'm here with Jake Bowman from the University of Findlay, and he's going to tell us a little about what he does here, his day-to-day tasks and everything. So, start us off. What do you do?
Well, I manage the two facilities here at the university. We have an English farm and a Western farm. I spend half a day at each facility every day of the week. I alternate so that I'm at one farm in the afternoon a few days a week, and I'm there in the morning the other days of the week, so that I can see the operations both in the morning and the afternoon. I handle all the finances for both programs, purchasing feeds, dealing with vendors, hay and shavings and grain, things like that. Also working with all the personnel at both farms, making sure that people have what they need to do their job, they have the supplies that they need, they're coming to work, they're doing the things that they need to be doing, and mainly gathering input from them on facility repairs that need to be done, facility improvements, things that they're encountering in their job that are making it more difficult for them to do their job, and then addressing those concerns. I deal with the administration on campus quite a bit, communicating the financial status of the farms to them and talking about long-term plans. And just really my job is to ensure that the day-to-day operation of the farms runs smoothly, and that encompasses a lot of different things that come up every day, as well as things during different times of the year. During the summer, we're getting ready for the summer season, so I'm making sure that we have enough personnel to work over the summer and do projects that need to be completed while the students are gone. During the fall, making sure that everything's ready for the students to come back. Things are cleaned up, and the improvements that we've tried to make are completed, and anything that will make the students' experience better. So
you're kind of a little bit of a bargain shopper, as well as a cleanup man too.
Yes. Some days I'm emptying trash, and some days I'm meeting people on campus, and I try to be able to step in wherever necessary to fill in for a barn manager, a maintenance person, a housekeeper, an administrative assistant. So I have to learn how to wear many hats, and I'm constantly trying to learn more about what each person does in their own job so that I can fill in as necessary, and then also find people to fill in if needed during times where somebody's going to be gone on vacation, or in the instance where we would need to find somebody new to take over a position.
Mm-hmm. So I know you're an instructor here for how many years?
6 years.
6 years. So, and I was here when you were teaching too. Right. So what made you want to make the transfer, change over to this job instead of being an instructor?
I reached a point where I had accomplished what I had set out to do as far as learning about training horses, and I also train horses part-time professionally, as you know, and I love teaching. I still do teach. I teach a farm equipment management class, the tractor driving class. So I still have some involvement in teaching during the fall semester, which I enjoy. But I was just ready to take on a new set of challenges. I like learning. I like challenging myself to figure out new and different things, and it was just the right thing at the right time. Everything sort of fell into place for that to happen.
What do you miss most about being an instructor? I
miss having the daily impact on the students. There were challenging times as an instructor, but if I was able to make a difference in one student's life, then it was all worth it. And there are a new set of challenges that I have to deal with, and I still view my role as a service. I try to serve the students and the people that work at the farms. I view my role now as a little more behind the scenes as far as the students are concerned, and the staff and faculty, making sure that they can do their job and they can serve the students. But I miss that interaction, getting to know each of you personally, being able to speak into their lives at times when they needed it and provide that encouragement. I'm still there and able to do that some, but without the daily interaction. Now I try to focus more on doing that for the people that are working here and be there when they need me as well as the students. But
you don't get to see all the crazy like buck-offs and colt startings
no,
and all that good
I
stuff. You
don't.
miss that part.
I do. I miss all of that, and it's kind of funny because now a lot of the horses I don't recognize.
Yeah.
You know, before I could tell you all their names and I knew them pretty well, and now people ask me, how's this horse? And well, I'm not sure.
Look, it's perfect. It's been going around.
Yeah, so that's different, and then as time goes on, it's going to be harder for me to know the students and know their names and know them personally, although I try to. But without that, being in a teaching role, it's more difficult.
So what makes someone want to come here? Like, why would you suggest someone come to school here? What are some of the biggest, advantages of coming to school here that you think?
Well, I know when I came to school, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I just knew that I loved horses and I wanted to be involved with horses. And I also knew that I wanted to get a college education. So when I came here, I can remember walking in and seeing everybody riding out in the arena. And I remember that day, and I just remember thinking, wow, you got to be kidding me.
I remember that day too. I remember the exact first day that I saw it.
And I just thought, what better way to spend my 4 years in college than to spend it at a program like this. And the amount of knowledge that is available to students here, learning about becoming a horseman or a horsewoman, it's really endless. And if somebody is passionate about horses and wants to learn more about working with horses and find a way to make a living in some facet of the horse industry, this is an incredibly strong program and an incredibly enjoyable way to go to college. Where a lot of other schools that I looked at just were not a good fit for me. And I think that's what most students and parents find, is that here's a university that is a strong school but will provide my child or myself with the opportunity to do what I love every day and still earn that college degree and prepare for my future.
Yeah, it's a very intense program, but there's so many, you don't have to become a horse trainer when you leave here. Just like, your life has been changing, which is very cool. And I know, talking to a lot of the students, they've been doing a lot of different things. Not everyone has to be a horse trainer when they leave.
Right, and my horse experience is very helpful in doing my job because I understand what goes into taking care of horses, buying the right type of feed, buying the right type of bedding, talking about veterinary care, just farm management, horse farm management in general. All that knowledge that I've gained is very helpful. And actually, the knowledge that I use the most is the knowledge that I gained from working with horses and learning how to put myself in somebody else's shoes. For example, my horse's shoes. And being able to say, okay, this is how they think, this is how I need to get them from point A to point B, and understanding that it's not about my viewpoint, it's about theirs and what makes sense to them. And I use that in my daily interactions with people all the time, which is what I do. I manage people and I manage finances. So, but managing people is the biggest thing, no matter what you're doing. And horses teach you an incredible amount about how to deal with people.
Definitely. Speaking of jobs, I hear you're a fabulous sewer, like you're one of the best. Would you ever consider making a transformation into underwater basket weaving or anything like that for your next job?
I'd have to think about it.
You'd have to think about it? Okay, I can understand that. It's a big career move. Well, thank you so much for everything. Good luck at your new job.
Thank
So
you very
exciting.
much.
Hey there, we are the three fillies of Horse-A-Day.
Chris, Tina, and Jackie.
We would love for you to check out some more of our videos and interviews at horseadayblog.com.